All right, so this is going to be a video about why 2025 is going to be probably a really good year for WWE since a long time. I'll tell you guys the pattern and explain to you the reason why, and then I'll start being more convincing. Now, I just started searching this stuff. 2001, the roster's nice. So I noticed that pig years, Chinese zodiac, are usually the years where WWE more than half of the time are bad years for the business. Snake years are probably the best for the business. Now, John Cena is gonna retire. I don't like John Cena, but I mean respects to him because he grew up. I grew up watching him back when it was the ruthless, aggressive era, and yeah, I've watched wrestling here and there, probably in the 90s, early 2000s, but it was like parts of it. I never really watched everything. Um, so I started really getting hooked on 2004, and then 2005 was the year that really made me hooked to watch WWE. Like '04, I didn't watch all of it. I think I watched half. And then by the time I watched it, Brock Lesnar and The Rock were not wrestlers anymore. And I think Stone Cold Steve Austin, so it was like a new era pushing in with the ruthless aggressive era. So if you guys didn't know, 2005, which is the year I've mentioned, is a year of Snake. 2001, wait, 2001 is the year of the Snake. 2005 is a Rooster year. So any Rooster, Snake, and Goats, but mostly Snakes are usually the ones that are have been really best, are usually really good years. And let me tell you guys. So I was looking at the best pay-per-views on the Attitude Era. Sure enough, number one, WrestleMania 17, that's from 2001. Uh, I think the ratings were the best in 2000 in the Attitude Era, but I think the pay-per-views in 2001 were the best. So I don't know if you see a pattern here. There's literally, I think, what's one, two, WrestleMania 17. There's three. Yeah, because I think WrestleMania 17 is from I could be wrong here. WrestleMania 17. I'm honest. I'm more convincing that WrestleMania 17 is 2001. Yeah, there you go. All right. You see a pattern here. There's one, two, three out of the seventh. That's more pay-per-views and more matches that people were remembering. Now, honestly, King of the Ring should. Oh, it's actually here. Undertaker versus Mankind. This one should definitely be a number one or number two, dude. I have not seen 2001. I'm not gonna say the website, but I there's a website that I see it. I can still see it, but I like to actually use a webcaster, and it's actually failing on me ever since the Wi-Fi went away, so I can't watch it. I feel like that website they're always trying to take it down. Freaking the owners of WWE, they never give us an alternative to give us a full collection of specific eras. Um, like the Attitude Era, give us in a collection on Walmart, and then give us the Ruthless Aggressive Era, and then go by collections. And so this is one. All right, Attitude Era. I'm not going with the Golden Era, and I'm not going with the new generation. I think it's in the 90s, something like that. Yeah. So I'm going based on different generations. So that's one generation. Now I'm in the the Golden Era. Sorry. SummerSlam 1989 is considered to be the best. What is 1989? Oh, geez, I don't know. Is that Year of the Snake? So, you guys see the pattern here? The popularity of people by matches. Snake years are number one when it comes to like wrestling. And I think 2025, which is this year, and I was gonna make this video last year, it's probably gonna be the best WWE like since 2013. And what was 2013? 2013 was another snake year. Now, some people might probably disagree with me here that 2013 was probably not the best year for the PG era. Some people might say 2011, some say 2012, but on average, I think 2013 was probably above average from all the PG era because a lot of people didn't like 08, 09, 010. So the PG era, I think, was from 08 to 2014. So right now here for the Attitude Era, there's another freaking website. Because I already showed you another example of the Attitude Era by this website, and then there's another website here by I don't know if they go by polls or by the I don't know about what it goes, but here the best matches, which is a little bit spoilers, man. I don't like watching some of these stuff. Uh, because I actually want to watch all of the Attitude Era. But the number one, of course, a lot of people like SummerSlam. Was this the Ruthless Aggressive Era? Let me see. Oh yes, this is not the Attitude. There's the three different eras that I'm mentioning here. So sure, 2002 is not 2005, but let's watch this. So that's 2002, okay. And now WrestleMania 19, what year was this? 2003. All right. And then another 2002. I think that's the last 2002. WrestleMania 21, that's 2005. That's one out of two 2002 pay-per-views have been better. Another one, 2000. Well, that's different. 2008. Wait, that's considered PG era, I think. Maybe it's like half PG, half ruthless aggressive era. And then 2006. And then 2004. 2005. That's two out of two. So right now, what people think on this website, it's two pay-per-views have been from 2002 and two have been from 2005. Let's see who wins out of the years. 2004. Okay, that's two as also from 2004. And then another one that's already yeah, it's pretty much yeah, 2005 won by 3 popular votes and then 2002 won by 2 votes, 2004 won by 2. See the pattern here? The most better pay-per-views on average have all been either Rooster Years, which is 2005, Snake Years, which is 2001. Now, most people think that 1997 is a really good year for the Attitude Era, even though it's like it started in 90 November 97, which is not even it shouldn't even have been an Attitude Era because it's by the end. But you got to keep in mind that it's still an ox year, and it didn't change until like February or some shit like that. So I think that's when Shawn Michaels got injured. So you see the pattern: ox, snake, and rooster years. Now pick years: 1995, which I don't have to Google it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people that are watching this video, they're like, yes, 1995 is a sucky ass year. All right, add that by 12, which another pick year: 2007. I stopped kind of watching WWE in 2007. That's when the John Cena was starting to win left and right. '06 he was winning, but I think in 2006 there you had a lot of people um like Edge, Rob Van Dam, here and there a few other wrestlers. The competition was really hefty in 2006 because 2005 you still had Evolution going strong, even though Randy Orton kind of like broke off from the storyline. So you had 95, sorry, 2007. Many people I seen comments. Trust me, I've been in forums And I seen people say, "Well, stop watching wrestling in 2007. Kind of got boring." I'm like, "Whoa, son of a gun, man!" Another guy that saying the same thing on me. I started watching TNA, AAA, which is a Mexican wrestling. So I started watching different wrestling in 2007. So I wasn't as hooked as I was in 2005. Now, if you add that 2007 plus 12 years, it's 2019. Many people think that 2019 is the worst year of WWE. They say, oh, 18 and 19, but I think 19, I see more people say 19 and 1995 are like the black sheep years of the WWE. I still haven't seen both of them, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually right. Um, Considering that we're going based on energy here. Now, 2009, I honestly thought it was a good year. I don't know why people say that 2009 and 10 were bad years. I think that's more of a biased thing. But I do think 1995 do kind of suck because I was watching that there wasn't much storyline. You had Kevin Nash being champion all year, which a lot of people were kind of annoyed by that. I think that's the reason why 2007 was actually a very frustrating year for me because I think John Cena was champion a lot of the time during 2007. And I think 2008 was another year that like not so much because there was a lot of John Cena. I'm not a big fan of John Cena, so I'm sorry. So all John Cena fans, I'm pretty sure you think you're gonna like 2007 and 8. Now 2009 and 10, I honestly don't know why people disliked it. I've watched several episodes. I kind of stopped watching wrestling in 2012, but I did see the Shield coming back, so I kind of stopped watching it. But I didn't like the Shield at first, but now I kind of do like it, and now they're the face of WWE, so I feel like they're the John Cena of the 2010s. So these people are like the top dogs now when they came in 10 years ago. Then I got a lot of new faces coming in the past 3 to 4 or 5 years. So those people are probably gonna start uh, getting in the spotlight probably at the end of the year or next year. So I honestly think that 2025 is gonna be a good year. Trust me on this one. Now I really don't know what the freaking eras are called now. I really lost track after the PG era. I can more or less probably called it. If I don't know if they're gonna go based on this video. I'm pretty sure people are gonna call it the TKO era, but you had the PG era from 2008 to 2014. Okay. The reason why I don't like this like reality era only 2 years, really? Only 2 fucking years, man. I heard that 2016 was a bad year, but the pay-per-views were really good. So, and I think that was like one of McMahon's. That was the beginning of McMahon's fall. Like people knew, right? If they watched really WWE nonstop, they knew that WWE was on the downfall in 2016. Even though people thought about that in the late 2000s, but 2016 it was more like, okay, this guy is gonna go down, man. Either his family members are gonna take over, and he's just not gonna be like only a matter of time that he's gonna step down out of something. But nobody realized he was gonna step down out of something more sinister. And then after that, the new era, 2016, 2021. Honestly, I think they ran out of freaking ideas. So I think that's the new era right now that we're in. We just don't know the era. Like that's not even an era. COVID-19 and Thunderdome, no. So the new era was 2021, but that's the period. Is that really what it's called? Post-COVID era? Nah, man. I honestly think this is wrong. They should put New Era 2016 to 2022. And then since TKO bought the company, shit, I was gonna say last year, 2023. which the leaderships were changing in 22, but it mostly happened in 23. They should call it the TKO era. Now, the TKO era should definitely die this year, probably around when John Cena leaves. They should call it probably a different type of era, man. Self-determination era. That should be the new era, man. The self-determination era. Considering there's a lot of wrestlers that they don't think he's gonna be a champion. Like what's his name? I don't like him, but there's not too much determination of his teammates, and he actually thinks that he can win. It's what's his name? Rey Mysterio's son. I forgot his name, but basically there's a lot of wrestlers that uh that are putting really high determination of them winning, and there's a lot of women champions that out of nowhere they're like, you know what, I want to be champion, I want to be champion out of nowhere. So like that determination comes in out of nowhere. So it should definitely be called the self-determination era. So the TKO era should be from 2023 to 2025. Now I don't know who calls these eras. I don't know if it's WWE or the fans, but I should definitely see if people can call the self-determination era, because right now I see like more of a, you know how a lot of people didn't like the Attitude Era that were old school wrestlers, even though the Attitude Era is amazing, was because there was no more traditional wrestling from the New Generation era. So a New Generation era, especially in 1997, you had a lot of wrestlers who were forming teams, and then the rings would not like end like in 1998. How many matches did not end? It was crazy. And then I think in 1999 was worse. That's why a lot of people didn't like 1999, because it was mostly like wrestling outside the ring, and a lot of people didn't like that. Now, 2001 was a really good year from what I've been hearing, because I feel like that's the hype of Stone Cold versus The Rock, like the pinnacle. The Stone Cold The Rock started in 1999, but in 2000, what was it? 2001, I was like, I think it was the highest. So from the New Generation era, you had a lot of matches that most of them were finishing, and there was interruptions, and then there was less interruptions on the Golden Era. So that's why a lot of people who were like old school fans of the Golden Era didn't like the Attitude Era for that reason, because they had wrestlers always intervening and ruining in matches and ruining championships. Just because they focus more on storyline rather than like traditional matches. Right now, 2025, because I started watching a little bit of wrestling, and I didn't see Monday Night Raw yesterday. I missed it out because of the stupid website's not working on me that much. Anyways, that what I've been noticing is that people form teams, and then there's a break off of that group, and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna be champion. That's why I'm labeling it. Should be called Civil Determination Era, because the underdog of the group, you know how Randy Orton was the underdog on the Evolution team, and he was like the youngest one as well. Out of nowhere, he broke off and became champion. I see that a lot now. Like there's so many groups, and then that group breaks off, and then that guy, the underdog, becomes champion. That should start becoming a thing in 2025 and 6. Of, you know what, having a team and then having the underdog, because he's usually like the big muscular guys, the big guys that usually ended up freaking winning, because like in all fairness, and like I don't want to mention names because I don't want to put any specific wrestler under the bus, but there was a lot of wrestlers. Well, fine, I'll mention one. Christian, I feel like Christian should have been more of a champion. Like Edge, who was taller, a little bit more, not necessarily too muscular, but he had uh, more muscles than Christian, and he got pushed to becoming more of a champion, more of a storyline. Because I feel like height and mass on a wrestler They get pushed more than shorter wrestlers who are even skinnier and don't have much mass, which is kind of bullshit, man. Like now they should change it. If freaking obese chicks are becoming models, why not having the skinny ass dudes becoming champions now? Like you guys want to have equality? Um, you guys want to have what's it called? The word, not the damn, what's it called? What and no, ah man, I can't. Those freaking words like that are not coming on top of my head, man. You know what I mean? Where they're trying not to actually left out anybody. Even South Park has a principle related to that. I forgot the name, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna cut this video and let me know which year you thought was good for any of the generations. Honestly, I'm thinking maybe 2001 is gonna be a good year, man. 2001 is gonna definitely had a big ass roster, big ass roster. That's why I feel like 2001 was a good year for wrestling, even though a lot of people didn't like. Some people didn't like it because Undertaker was like a biker and like they didn't like that persona. But there was so many new wrestlers that started pushing a lot of the stuff. And I think Chris Jericho, there's a lot of Chris Jericho fans. He got pushed to be like on top in 2001, I think, from what I've been seeing. All right, man, I'm gonna cut this video. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Peace out.